Hello and welcome to RtI Behavior 5-Phase documentation. As you could tell, I am in Eduphoria at this time and I am under the Student tab. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the student ID number of the student that I'm going to be working with. And you can search for it many different ways, but this is the quickest way that I have found. And I'm going to click on that student's name. And I'm going to go to Forms. When I go to Forms, I want to add a form. Now I'm going to go to RtI Behavior Forms. I'm going to click on that. This is an elementary student, so we're going to go to the elementary RtI Behavior Form, and then we're going to click Add. Now we have elementary RtI behavior form. This form is to be started by classroom teachers for a student who is experiencing behavior problems. You're going to hit View. Now, once we get this up, we have all of the students' information right here, and you're going to start filling it out. Now, this would be a teacher who is doing phase 1, which would be the restorative chat. Each teacher should have their own form for a child. If you start seeing behaviors that are repeated in same classes, that would be a good time to go to your administrator and say, look, we're having the same kind of problems in both classes. Can we merge these two forms together? And the answer would be yes. You can move the phase program on. You don't have to have that one teacher get all the way to phase 5. If you're having multiple teachers, then absolutely we want to service that student and get the help that we need. Okay, so I'm going to go in right now and I am going to be the person who is completing this form, if I could spell my name. Okay, now we've got that. Now we're going to go to the date. Let's just say we're going to do this on the first day of school. And you can even set the time. Let's say we're doing this at 12 noon, and we can set it, and there we go. Now, your next step would be list the behaviors the student that would warrant the restorative chat. And what you would do is you would document right here whatever it is that that student is doing to cause you to stop and have a restorative chat. Now, there's one thing you're going to have to do after you complete every single one of these is you're going to have to hit the save button. If you don't hit the save button, it's not going to work. Okay, and do you notice it came back because I haven't written anything? I'm going to just write something in here. She is talking out in class. Plan to correct this behavior. What type of plan do you have in place or what did you discuss in the restorative chat? Teacher and student discussed ways to correct behavior. And you may even want to put what those ways are to correct the behavior. Now it's saved. Now when we go back to view all forms, this form is in here and it's ready to go in case I have another problem with this student. And then I would do the exact same thing with phase 2, except this time not only am I going to visit with the student, but I'm also going to visit with the parent. You're going to put the date that you visit with the parent. You're going to write a brief summary. Now notice it says phone call preferred. We understand that sometimes it's extremely difficult to get a hold of a parent. So sometimes you're going to have to send an email. We would like a copy of the email pasted and copied right in here so that we could find out what all was discussed with the parent. If the parent responds back, we would also like to have that documentation in there. After you do that, you're going to hit save again. Okay? So a couple days go by and you're still having problems with this child. You've gone to step 2. Now you're going to go to restorative chat with the counselor. So now it's the counselor's turn. The classroom teacher is going to notify the counselor of the problem that is continuing, and the continuing problem is she is talking out in class or something similar to that. Then the counselor is going to come in, set the date, and the counselor is going to have restorative chat and come up with a plan of action. And that's all going to be documented right there. So then you would save it again, and then phase 4 is parent conference. This is when the counselor and the parent have a conference. They get together and you document everything that was said. You write how you're planning on solving the problem with the parent's help. If it continues, then you go on to discipline referral phase 5. This is where the administrator gets in, and this is where we'll start doing the office referrals. We'll go to Skyward. We will create a discipline referral, and there will be severe consequences for whatever the action is. This is just a quick, brief outline. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me. My name is Anita Clayton, and you can reach me at 5640, or you can email me at anita.clayton, GCISD.net. Hope this helps.